Welcome to day 11 of our Lent readings for 2025 following the Psalms. Today, as we start a new week of readings, we're going to begin with Psalm 40. And we're going to read the first 9 verses. You may want to read the rest of the psalm later in the day. So let's read. I waited patiently for the Lord. He turned to me and heard my cry. He lifted me out of the slimy pit, out of the mud and mire. He set my feet on a rock and gave me a firm place to stand. He put a new song in my mouth, a hymn of praise to our God. Many will see and fear the Lord and put their trust in him. Blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord, who does not look to the proud, to those who turn aside to false gods. Many, Lord my God, are the wonders you have done, the things you planned for us. None can compare with you. Were I to speak and tell of your deeds, there would be too many to declare. Sacrifice and offering you did not desire, but my ears you have opened. Burnt offerings and sin offerings you did not require. Then I said, Here I am, I have come. It is written about me in your scroll. I desire to do your will, my God. Your law is within my heart. I proclaim your saving acts in the great assembly. I do not seal my lips, Lord, as you know. I first heard of Psalm 40 before I knew that it was Psalm 40. I brought a live album of the band U2 in 1984, the year before I became a Christian. The final track was called 40. It was only later that I discovered that the lyrics were taken from the Bible. According to their autobiography, U2 by U2, the band was struggling with a song to finish their earlier album, War. They had half a tune, but no lyrics. Bono, the lead singer, suggested using a psalm. He opened a Bible at Psalm 40, and the whole song was written and recorded within 40 minutes. While many psalms are cries for help in the midst of trouble, such as Psalm 13, which we looked at on day 3, this psalm is all about giving testimony to the Lord's deliverance after the trouble has passed. David, again the writer of this psalm, declares from the start, I waited patiently for the Lord. He turned to me and heard my cry. There is reward in sticking with the Lord in the difficult times. David persevered and was rewarded by being lifted out of the pit, the sinking ground, and being placed on solid rock, a firm foundation. The rescue was not instant, but in that time of waiting, David would have learnt valuable lessons, even if he could only realise that in hindsight. In life there are ups and downs, times when we're on the mountain tops and times when we're in the valleys. Remember, growth happens where the rivers flow, and that's in the valleys. You don't get much water flowing on mountain tops. Little grows there. I doubt that during the waiting, David did nothing. Sometimes you hear of someone who doesn't seem to be doing anything saying, "Oh, I'm just waiting on the Lord." Waiting on the Lord is not a leisure activity. Waiting on the Lord involves prayer, fasting, searching the scriptures, seeking wise counsel. I almost hesitate to mention seeking wise counsel, as sometimes there's a risk of spending all your time seeking the advice of others, when what you need to do most is to seek the Lord yourself. We do not know how long David waited, but he saw deliverance. And having seen deliverance, well, he now has a testimony to share. David's response is to say, He put a new song in my mouth, a hymn of praise to our God. Many will see and fear the Lord and put their trust in him. In the tough times, seek the Lord, persevere, seek him in prayer, in fasting, in the scriptures, in the council among his people. And when you have seen his deliverance, you too will have a song to sing, a testimony to share. Do not keep that to yourself. Share what God has done, that others may see and put their trust in him. Until next time, have a blessed day.